witch's child is given a sleeping draft. She then makes the trip to the moon, though demons live there.
Hello, you've reached Mackenzie Fishing Excursion. Please leave your name and number at the beep.
Walt, this is Irene Lee, Amy's neighbor, calling again. I don't know if you're getting these messages. I'm here at the hospital picking up Amy. The transplant is going to happen. She's allowed home for a couple of days before going to Candle Hill in Los Angeles for the treatment. I've offered to go with her. The thing is, there's no one here to take care of Ella. And there's no money for anything like summer camp. Amy's finances are beyond stretched with the medical bills, and she's put the house on the market. This stem cell transplant, it's Amy's last chance. Walt, your daughter needs you.
When she awakes, she can see the earth, her home. She seeks the materials to brew a potion that will protect her mother from the fire.
Hello, you've reached Mackenzie Fishing Excursions. Please leave your name and number at the beep.
Hi, my name is Abigail Lunds. I'd like to schedule a fishing trip for my 12th birthday. You can reach me at 650-555-7225 at any time. I wish you could come with me to family camp. My mom wants me on this coast, nearby. Just in case. But I gotta go to Broken Family Camp. Gotta go. Good luck. Hello?
Hi, is this Abigail?
Dad, it's me.
Ella.
Have you gotten our messages?
Hey, yeah, I was gonna get back to y'all. How are you, honey?
Yeah, I'm great, Dad.
Heard they found a compatible donor, is that right?
Yeah, it's supposed to make the stem cell thing work better.
That's great, honey. That's...
So that's why I'm coming to stay with you, right?
You know, honey, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, actually. I would be out on the river pretty much every day. Snake River, Henry's Fork. But my mother lives in New Mexico.
But I've never met her.
Well, in situations like these, family sticks together. That's just what a family does.
Dad called. Turns out I'm going to my grandmother's in New Mexico.
Your grandmother's?
Yep, family sticks together.
You're going to Violet Von Stern's?
Dad says she likes dogs and I can take Lou.
At least we don't have to board him.
I can't believe he's doing this. It's in the middle of nowhere. She'd have to take a prop plane to get there. The house is crammed with stuffed birds everywhere. She doesn't like people and forget kids.
Down 86, minus 00759er.
The three human star voyagers, the Apollo astronauts, fulfill an ancient human dream since we first looked upward. Two astronauts descend, while the third continues ever further out of sight behind the moon as his companions thrill to the dreamlike landscape on this expedition to the moon decades ago.
Oh, it's a good boy.
It's okay, Lou. The old dragon won't eat you.
Here, I got it.
I have something for you. I've been stuck in that hospital. They don't have a great selection there at the gift shop.
I love it.
Yes. Oh, and I want you to write me some letters, okay? Who you meet, what you see there, buried treasure, dead bodies.
Dead bodies?
You never know with Violet Von Stern. Kidding, Elle. Listen, this may sound a little crazy, but I'm imagining going to Candle Hill Hospital for my treatment is like going on a space mission, like the astronauts in Apollo 11. Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong, they were the famous ones. But we know Michael Collins was the reason why they could do their mission. Michael Collins went to the dark side of the moon. Why they did their moonwalk all alone. He went all alone, right? So that's who I am. I'm Michael Collins. I have to get in that airtight shuttle and complete my mission. Okay? And when I come back, the leukemia will be all gone.
So who does that make me? Neil Armstrong?
You get to do the moonwalk. Hey, bring me back a moonwalk, will you?
We're all set. I love you. I love you more.
Hey, Elle, she has her own library. Ask her to show you the Kepler.
The what?
It's a book.
Okay.
Hi, Ella.
Hi. Yeah.
I'm Miguel. I work with your grandmother.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is my girl, Rosie.
Hi.
And who's this?
This is Lou.
Yeah, Lou. Come on, Lou. Come on, you didn't come with me. Come on, Lou. Up. There you go. Good boy, Lou.
First time Mrs. Von Stern's ordered up a kid.
Ella se ve como un turista en ese sombrero.
Rosie's admiring your haircut.
I cut my hair for my mom, out of solidarity.
Okay. Let's go. Get in the truck. Sorry your mom's been sick, Ella. But you get to spend the summer with me. I live on a trailer on your grandmother's property. And Rosie's gonna spend most of the summer with me, so she lives with her mom on our ranch. It's nearby.
What are all those hills?
Those ain't hills. Those are the Ortiz Mountains.
Do you ride?
Sure.
Do you have a horse in Redwood City?
Yeah.
Really? What kind?
What do you mean?
What kind of horse you got? Like a Pinto Palomino?
Pinto Palomino.
Well, you're just gonna have to come over to our ranch and go riding. Your dad and I used to ride together.
Wait, you know my dad?
Sure do.
What was that?
Oh, that's just a peacock. You'll get used to him.
It sounds like someone crying.
Ella. Well, hello. How'd I say you're dressed for ranch work? You know, not everyone in New Mexico is a cowboy.
All my other clothes are all packed.
Oh, my goodness. Your father said you had masses of hair down to your waist.
She cut it for her mom.
Rosie, you know I can't understand you when you're chewing that awful gum.
We're gonna take the boxes around back, and I'll be back to help with dinner, Miss V. Come on, Rosie.
Thank you, Miguel.
Mm-hmm.
This is my Wolfgang. I named him after the German composer. And yours?
He's Lou. I think the peacocks, scared him a little.
Piffle, they wouldn't harm a fly. There we are. There's a best one in the world. Yes, you are. All right, then. Well, I'll show you the house. Whoa, no, sorry. No, don't touch it. It's very delicate. Early 20th century Navajo. That's Tigger. A little souvenir I picked up from Bengal.
Did you shoot him yourself? Who's that?
That is Edmund, your grandfather. I had this drawing commissioned from this photograph. Right here, see, that's Edmund, and of course, your father.
I've never seen a picture of my dad as a kid. How come he's not in?
Don't dawdle, Ella.
You sure have a lot of stuff.
Yes, I have a lot of things. But I implore you, don't call it stuff. I hate it when people come to my house and say, "Oh my goodness, Miss von Stern, you have so much stuff." I'm a collector. I collect. I also travel, so in a lifetime, things accumulate.
My teacher, Mr. Holloway, he would have called that an understatement.
Pardon?
Nothing. Coming.
You aren't the only guest staying with us for the moment. We have Mr. Christopher Abercrombie staying in the Haitian room. He's an eminent bookseller and a very dear friend of mine. I hope you won't be a nuisance to him. Your room is down the hall. Those are the signatures of all the guests who have stayed in this room.
Dad's coming to pick me up in 2 weeks.
So he says.
So, Grandma?
Grandmother will be fine.
Grandmother, is there Wi-Fi? You know, internet.
Over my dead body. There's plenty of things to do around here. You can help Miguel with the peacocks. You know, clear the table, do the dishes. You'll do your own laundry, of course. Dinner's about 5:30. You can come a little before and have some iced tea. You might want to freshen up after your journey.
Okay.
It's so strange that we haven't met before. Are you looking for something?
I was making a map. I got lost.
Well, this is my room. You'll have no need to come in here, Ella. Do you take lemon in your iced tea, Ella?
Yeah.
By that, do you mean yes?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you are?
Thank you.
Somebody has been waiting a long time for their treats. Hello, darling Betty. Come on, come on. Do you fish, Ella?
What?
Say pardon.
Pardon.
Do you like to fish?
No. Why do you?
Oh, heavens no. I just assumed that your father has taken you out.
Only once. He came by our house at like 4 in the morning and
Was it like 4 in the morning or was it 4 in the morning?
It was 4 in the morning. And basically, I slept through the whole thing.
That shows remarkable judgment on your part.
He caught 4 bass and a couple of snappers on my line. After that, as a joke, he liked to say I was this great fisherwoman.
I've been reading this marvelous book on the wars.
Which wars?
Don't be a Philistine. You sound exactly like your father. The wars. Evelyn? Evelyn War? Brideshead Revisited. Decline and Fall? Vile Bodies? Okay. Meat.
Wow. You look ravishing.
How was your nap?
Well, the sound of the peacocks makes for an unusual lullaby. Oh. You must be Ella. Well, how do you do?
Ella, meet our honored guest, Mr. Christopher Abercrombie.
You must be excited to see the legendary Von Stern collection in situ.
I haven't shown her the library. I'm planning my next expedition. You have any ideas?
Well, you must be due for another jaunt across the pond.
Oh, London again?
Well, you could always visit Halliwell's in Cecil Court. Though I must tell you, That Kelmscott he was so proud of?
Was proved to be a forgery after all.
Yes.
I've always thought there was something shady about Halliwell.
You have no idea.
Oh, well, I'm hoping you'll tell me later.
I will indeed.
Since Mom got sick, we've been taking vacations on the computer. One time, she picked Machu Picchu, and the Incas made the whole place like an observatory. And at the equinox, the light from the sunrise was aligned, and it filled the whole temple.
She sounds a little bit like Edmund.
Perhaps I should visit Peru.
Remember, my nephew's coming in a few days. He's going to help us finish our cataloguing project.
Yes, I just don't like the idea of someone new looking over my collection. I mean, after all, I know perfectly well what I have.
It must be done. You've got such valuable volumes.
I suppose you're right.
Excuse me. Can I ask you about the Kepler book? My mom said I should ask you about it.
Yes, you may ask me. Kepler's Somnium Lunar, his dream of the moon.
It's extremely rare. There are only 2 surviving copies in the world.
2? Why don't they just print more?
Oh, dear. I mean, you don't know about first editions, do you?
It was published in the 17th century. Edmund gave it to me.
Yes, and he outbid me for it, the lucky... But that was how I came to meet your grandmother.
Kepler was one of the great early astronomers and mathematicians, like Galileo. And he was the one who discovered that planetary orbits weren't circular, they were elliptical. What your grandfather especially revered about him, though, was that he had a wild imagination. He thought the Earth had a soul. And his book was his dream of travel to the moon. He imagined a lunar expedition over 3 centuries before the Apollo astronauts ever got there.
The other original was auctioned off last month for over $200,000.
Christopher.
I'm sorry, it was indiscreet of me to mention the value of the Somnium.
You mentioned its price. It's not its value. Certainly not to me.
Well, at the very least, you must keep it locked away.
What is the point of one's having a treasure if one can't enjoy it? Oh. Are you going to just play with your food, or will you actually eat it?
I don't eat buffalo.
Suit yourself. This Wolfgang adores it. Wolfie! Wolfie! There you are, Wolfie. Here. It gets cold at night. Oh my, you have a good collection here.
Yeah, yes, thank you.
Do send your mother my good wishes.
Dear Mom, well, here I am, reporting in from the House of Mud. Your name's on the wall in my room. It makes me feel better that you once stayed here. It's weird. There are a lot of pictures of Edmund, but only 1 or 2 of Dad. It's like he hardly exists. Annie Irene told me that the radiation is making you feel like a pizza stuck in a microwave too long. I don't like thinking of you getting nuked. I'm sending you lots of love. Oh, and the GM sends her good wishes too. GM, the General Major. That's what I'm calling Grandmother. But not so she can hear me. I miss you. I love you. Ella. What happened? Did something happen?
Happened? Certainly something has happened. It's called mourning. You really mustn't waste the best part of the day.
I guess sleeping past 7 is an offense here at the Good Grammar Correctional Facility. I guess someone hasn't heard of something called summer.
You're awake.
Good morning.
Good morning. This afternoon, I'm going into town for a hair appointment and to run a few errands, and I thought perhaps you might like to join me.
Actually, Miguel said I could feed the peacocks with him, and Rosie might come over. Then,
Why do people say instead of simply not speaking? Such an ugly syllable. Well, I'm glad Miguel is keeping you busy.
You know, there used to be a whole bunch of peacocks around here.
How many?
Oh, I don't know. I could never get them to line up so I could count them. Oh, hey, can I tell you something cool about those trees?
Sure.
Well, you know how your grandpa was an astronomer?
I hardly know anything about him.
Well, he was an astronomer and a romantic. For a wedding gift, he planted all those trees there in the shape of the Big Dipper. Cottonwood constellations, he called it.
Cool.
Yeah, well, you can't see much of it anymore, but the pattern's still there. You know, there used to be a whole bunch of horses around here. This old mare here, Miss V rescued her. She's the last one left. There used to be all kinds of animals around here. We had road runners and skunks.
Skunks?
Mm-hmm. She named them like pets, like Chanel No. 5 and good old Arpege. Me and your father, we grew up with animals all around us. We would ride through the alfalfa fields all the way to Circle C. Our dads were best friends.
My dad never told me about this place.
Yeah, well, he doesn't come up here much anymore.
Hi.
Howdy.
Looking for Mrs. Stern?
Von Stern.
Ella, we'll take him to see your grandma.
Okay. Come on.
You don't understand. Well, Christopher is staying here. There's no need for that kind of language. Look, it's just completely inconvenient. I don't care what day it is. You can't just arrive here without someone. It's not as though you haven't already imposed a great deal on me this summer. I'm not used to having a child around.
Having a little listen in on me?
There is simply no room at the inn.
Oh, Jackson. Is this your idea of work attire?
Oh, my goodness, what are you all doing here? And who are you?
Violet, allow me to introduce my nephew, Jackson Reeves. Here to do the cataloguing.
Hey, what's up?
Can he read?
Let's all get to work, shall we?
Right.
Wow.
Jason?
Jackson.
Well, this is new. Have you been cheating on me?
Eagle Eye. There are other booksellers in the world.
That's Michael Collins.
Well, you're quite right. That's who it is.
They couldn't have done the Apollo mission without him.
You know, your grandfather was very helpful to NASA. Collins said of him, Edmund felt as though the stars were his friends. And he always knew exactly when and where they were going to appear in the sky.
Like a travel agent to the stars.
I like that. Do you know what Stern means, Ella?
No.
It means star in German. When your grandfather and I married, he wanted me to keep my maiden name, which is von Stern. He loved the fact that it meant from the stars.
She has an enormous collection, by the way. There may be some duplications.
A spreadsheet or something?
Yes, it's on the desktop.
Kepler's dream.
Don't touch that! You're not wearing gloves.
I didn't know!
Perhaps you're right, Christopher. Perhaps one should keep these treasures locked away, especially from children.
Is that the Rio Grande? Geez, not that grande, is it?
It's big enough to drown people.
Seriously?
Our grandpas drowned in that river.
Today is all about fun. Let the dead lie in peace. Hey, let's go ride to the hills, huh?
Esas son las montañas, Papa.
Guys! Guys, wait up, please! Come on! Now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, you stupid horse! Ella! Oh my God, Dad, help her!
Ella! Come on, Rosie. Ella, hey. Are you okay?
I think I just...
Mija, go get Paloma. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be all right, okay? Just breathe. There you go. Just breathe in and out. All right? You're having a tough summer, aren't you? I know. It'll be all right. You go back, Mija. We'll meet you at the stables. Look, everything's gonna be all right. You ready to get back on?
You want me to get back on that thing?
Sure. Be all right. We'll take it nice and slow, We'll walk.
Okay.
That'll be. All right. You ready? All right, let's go. Good girl. That's my brave girl. Come on. Come on. Grab a hold. I'll grab your foot. There you go.
All right, Paloma. I'll pretend none of this ever happened. If you will. I'm sorry.
Come on. Hey, and when we get back, I'll give you lessons, huh? I'll tell your grandma. In a month, we'll be galloping past Rosie and meeting it.
Miguel, what did Rosie mean about my grandpa in the Rio Grande?
Your father never told you?
No.
Your dad and I were kids. My father used to take us fishing. We were upstream. It was early morning. Your grandpa had a passion. Sometimes stopped him from seeing what was right in front of him. He was always looking up to the sky. He was too busy to see what was on the ground right in front of him. The current was strong up there. My dad, he jumped in and tried to pull him out, but the current that strong, it just takes seconds to pull you under. Sometimes a rescue, it don't work out. Sometimes it just goes the other way. Come on. Pick you all up after dinner, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Your mom? She's pretty sick?
Yeah. Yes. She's got leukemia. It's a kind of cancer. They've tried other stuff, and now they're trying this extreme thing called a stem cell transplant. But what it's got to do with stems, I've never understood.
Who would take care of you if... Would you go stay with your dad? Or your grandma?
Definitely not her.
Dad says her bark is worse than her bite.
I don't know. Her bark's pretty bad if you ask me.
I think your mom's gonna make it. That's what my abuelito is telling me.
Your abuelito?
My grandpa. The one who drowned with yours.
He talks to you? I wish mine would talk to me. My grandmother's book. That's how she talks to my grandfather.
Hey, I hear that book is worth loads of money. Can't let children get their hands on it.
I'm not a child.
All right. Then enlighten me, oh wise one. How do you get online here?
Why don't you try this bridge? It sometimes works.
All right. You know, it's those stupid trees. They're blocking my signal.
They're not just trees. They're cottonwoods, and they make this kind of snow. They were planted in the pattern of the Big Dipper.
Seriously?
Yeah, if you start at the driveway, and then you follow the perimeter, they make the shape of Ursa Major.
Cool.
Dad?
Bella.
Hold on a minute. Dad?
Bella, it's Dad.
Dad, I can hardly hear you.
Yeah, honey, that's probably because I'm out at the river.
Thanks. Better get back to Der Stern 1.
Hey, how you and the old dragon getting along, huh?
Okay, I guess.
She fed you to the peacocks yet?
Not yet.
She's got a hell of a lot of stuff, doesn't she, honey?
That's an expletive, Dad. And you're not supposed to call it stuff.
Well, you know, she's probably at the cemetery today. It's July 1st. You You know, my dad...
Wait, what about the cemetery?
Never mind, honey. It's...
So, when are you coming to get me?
Listen, sweetie, that's one of the reasons I was calling. I had a brand new piece of business come up, honey, but I don't think
Okay, Dad, so, you know, thanks for calling.
Ella? Ella, can you...
Bye.
Don't touch that! You've got to wear the gloves.
Mom, please! Mom!
You forgot to wear the gloves.
Mom, where are you?
Can you come out here? I don't know where my dad is. I woke up and wanted to talk to him, and he's gone.
Gone? You mean he's just gone?
Give me a break. I was asleep.
What was that?
Probably just a peacock.
So when'd you last see him?
When I went to sleep, but you usually tell me.
What
that
was
sounds
that?
like a gun!
Where's it coming from?
Ella, what the hell are you doing out here?
I'm fine, Grandmother. Are you?
What on earth is going on? Violet, are you all right?
There was just some kind of disturbance. I heard gunshots, so I set off the alarm. That must be the police now.
Girls, go back inside. Please, now. Hurry up.
Miss V, you all right?
Miguel, is that you out there hunting in the middle of the night?
Thought I heard something. Trying to scare him off.
And? Did you see who it was?
No. Where he or they were, they took off.
Well, where was this?
I'm sure it was just a peacock.
We thought we saw something by the library.
The library?
I'm gonna go with you. You girls stay here, all right?
Yes, stay. Right behind you, Miguel.
It's gone.
Do you know anyone who might want this book?
Well, that would be a handful of people in the world. I mean, very few people even know this book exists, so.
And what about the code for the library? You ever given that out?
Well, Miguel runs this ranch. Of course, he has it. I can't think of anyone else who has the code.
We need to talk. What is it?
Your general major thinks my dad took the book. Not just her. Also...
Her expletive-deleted guest.
Expletive deleted?
That's what Mom and I call words like that. It comes from President Nixon. Mom said that he had a foul mouth, like my dad. Listen, I know it wasn't your dad. I think Abercrombie took it. He was dressed that night under his bathrobe. Maybe Jackson helped.
Your dad swears a lot?
When I see him, which is never. He lives in another state. My parents had what you might call extreme divorce. I guess they just woke up one day and realized they hate each other's guts. They forgot to notice that when they got married.
I'm worried that might happen to us. My mom's mad at my dad for staying here at the trailer.
Well, at least your dad knows how to be a dad. Mine never got the manual.
Did you happen to get a good look at the guy you took the warning shot at all, or?
Barkley was dark.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but what about direction?
Barkley, what do you understand here? It was dark.
Yeah.
Can we do this later, please?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Thank you.
Rosie, we're late. How can you work for someone like that? Get in the car. Let her take care of herself. The old witch.
Why don't you just calm down, please? All right, let's talk this out.
No, but Miguel grew up with Walter. They played like brothers together. Oh, he was so marvelous with the horses, with the dogs.
It's often that way. People closest to home, in whom one has entrusted so much.
Were you eavesdropping? It's a loathsome practice.
I just got here.
Help yourself to cereal.
Miguel didn't take that book.
Given the history, it's no wonder he'd have it out for this family. After Miguel's father drowned,
He drowned saving my grandpa. But it was an accident.
Edmund didn't just fall in. Walter was being his usual daredevil self. When he fell, Edmund jumped in to pull him to shore. In seconds, he was sucked below. Francisco jumped in after him. They never surfaced. It was Walt's carelessness that took both fathers away. I suspect Miguel Aguilar has hated this family ever since. Miguel moved away after. Viola got rid of most of the horses and peacocks. Walter went away to school soon after. Your grandmother couldn't bear having anyone else around.
I'm gonna find out who took it.
Well, we'll see what the police have to say about that.
Watching your dad drown. Getting sent away to boarding school. I guess life wasn't a picnic for you either. Walter Mackenzie. Extreme childhood. Dear Mom, I finally got to see the Kepler book you told me about. It's beautiful. Or it was beautiful. The problem is it's gone. Someone stole it. The way the GM is acting, you'd think someone had died. Which I guess they did. A long time ago. I heard how Edmund drowned in the Rio Grande. So now I know what you meant about ghosts. It's like turning over a rock. But instead of beetles coming out, it's stories. Get better sooner.
So you think that I should fire Miguel?
Well, Mr. Aguilar has many fine qualities, but the question is, will you ever feel at ease with him here?
He's been awfully quiet all week, not himself.
Then you must go with your instincts.
I just wanted to say hi. So, you know, hi. What are you doing?
I am transferring the book titles from this dinosaur to my laptop. Ugh, gosh, this is insane. Who collects books like this? The Sorrows of Young Werther, The Worst Journey in the World, The Buildings of England, and The Englishness of English Art.
What does lightly foxed mean?
It's age-related spots, like your grandmother's.
You like astronomy?
Astronomy?
The stars, Polaris, like your sweatshirt.
Oh. Polaris is a sci-fi convention in Ontario. You know, Toronto track. It's awesome. Doctor Who, Star Trek, I try to go every year. Last year I saw Tony Amendola and Will Wheaton. I know, it's, you know, pretty nerdy.
No, it's cool. Are you and your uncle close?
He's been helping my mom out over the years. You know, what with college tuition and all. Some money goes a long way.
What about your dad?
He's out of the picture.
Mine too, basically. Having a listen-in, are we?
Jackson, could I have a word with you in private, please?
Yeah. I thought we were just doing a little shoplifting, and now we're talking major heist.
Yes, but our accomplice is no Cary Grant. He was spooked by the gunshots, and he hid it on the property.
Rosie? Where are you? Up here.
I'm leaving in a few days. When this bloody dust is settled, I need you to bring it to me.
All right. Where did he hide it? And who exactly is this guy?
Are they having a fight? Or are they making a plan?
Okay, this is not what I signed up for.
Let's not forget what you owe me.
I haven't, but I don't want to get caught.
Look, I can't go and get it. She's watching me like a hawk.
Oh, so now you're going to throw me under the bus.
I'm not throwing you under the bus, but I will remind you that your tuition is due next month.
Wow.
Yes, well. Bloody peacocks. Wish I had a rifle. I only wish I could stay longer to help you. Yet, duty calls. Jackson will be finished with the cataloguing in a few days.
Well, I hate to see you go.
Well, you should take that trip to Peru, my dear. It will do you the world of good. May we help you?
Actually, I came to help you with your bags.
Oh, no. Well, surely, Miguel.
But I want to help.
Well, that's very generous of you, Ella.
No, I'll take care of it. No, I'll take care of that. That's much too heavy for you, Ella. That won't be necessary.
I'll just carry this out for you.
No!
I'm so sorry.
Stop! Do you mind? These are my personal effects.
What is going on in here?
He has your wall book.
No. Ella inadvertently found her way into my suitcase.
He has your wall book.
Oh, that's a copy, you little twerp.
Christopher, no need to be so rude.
Excuse me. Really?
Go.
Thank you.
Hey, hermano.
Oh, buddy, it's been too long.
Yeah.
Your daughters are picking up right where we left off, huh?
Yeah, they are. Hey, I gotta take Abercrombie to the airport, and we'll get together later.
I like that.
All right.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Excuse me. A little late to the party, don't you think?
Yeah. Hey, well, old girl, hey, how you doing? You look good.
Ella, were you aware that your father was visiting today?
Not exactly.
Well, I figured you may have a vacancy with Abercrombie gone, you know.
I can't believe you're really here.
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
I've been here 24 days.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, it's been that long.
My trip to Yakima took a week longer than I actually thought, and I just, I've actually got a really funny story about that.
Did you forget your dad manual?
What do you mean by that?
I forgot you never had one. It's just a joke I have with my friends.
Yeah, I get it.
Will your father be joining us for lunch, do you think?
I know.
Great.
Just so you know, Abercrombie lied.
We've already had this discussion, Ella.
That wall book he had, it was an old copy, not a new one.
Plenty of people in the world read Evelyn Waugh, even if your father didn't.
Decline and Fall, maroon cover, Lightly Fox copy. I'm not as much of a Philistine as you think.
I see you're still surviving on a pate diet, eh, Mother?
Better than fish. Oh.
Grandmother?
Ella. I believe I owe you an apology. You're right about Christopher. Seems he's been pilfering all along. Who knows what else is gone? I suppose he finally set his sights on the sawmill.
I'm sorry, Grandmother. I know he was your friend.
Isn't that rather formal?
What? I mean, pardon?
Grandmother, isn't there something shorter that you could call me?
How about Jam?
Oh, I see. For grandmother, or in German, große Mutter.
Or maybe even, you know, General Major?
Yes, occasionally General Major. After all, someone has to keep things shipshape. It certainly won't be the junior officers. There was a line of Carl Sagan's that Edmund loved to quote. One glance at a book, and you hear the voice of another person, perhaps someone dead, speaking silently and clearly, directly to you. You know, Ella, some things in life get lost and one never does find them again.
I'm not giving up, Jam.
Noble sentiment. Junior officers do have their uses.
What's up?
Young man, would you allow me to search your bag?
Knock yourself out.
You don't have to let me, of course. If you have nothing to hide.
Happy?
Jason.
It's Jackson.
Whatever. Your services are no longer required.
Fine. Just let me grab my stuff. It took like 8 adapters to make your stupid computer work, so. You really want to find that book, don't you?
My grandmother says it's the first science fiction book. Kepler wrote it 400 years ago.
Well, take it easy, life of the party. I hope you find it, by the way. Your Polaris, you know, your dream. Keep searching.
So how many of these do you think you've read so far?
Not many. I'm hoping to get through all of them. You?
I always found it too hard to breathe in this room.
My dad's moving back to the ranch. But the GM didn't fire him.
He quit. He doesn't want to work for somebody who could think he's a thief. My mom's happy. She thinks there are bad spirits here.
Why?
Because of the unhappy history. Old lady will be by herself.
Maybe that's how she likes it. It's T-minus 16 days and counting. Till I leave. I hope he'll at least stay till then. Dad? What are you doing out here?
I was just gonna go and have a talk with Miguel. You know, we haven't had a chance to catch up in a while, honey.
Dad's trailer's that way by the windmill.
I didn't even think to look in the trailer. I will. And, this is embarrassing. Your dad's more coordinated than this.
Hey, Dad, wait up. We know Abercrombie took the book.
Abercrombie, huh? I'll be damned.
Expletive.
Your mom's still teaching you to be my FCC, huh?
The book wasn't in Abercrombie's suitcase or in Jackson's backpack.
Maybe it's somewhere here, so that he can come back for it.
It's just a book, honey. Let it go.
Come on.
Bella? It's getting late, sweetie. Let's get inside.
Walter, there's a call for you.
Yeah. Hello? What's going on? What is it, Irene? Okay. Yeah, all right. Thanks for calling. So, Amy's not doing very well. She's running a pretty high fever and she's vomiting blood. They think it's acute GVHD, which is a graft versus host disease. It's when the body rejects the new blood, so it just,
I have to find Kepler's dream.
Hey, honey. Belle! Belle!
Might as well give up. She's as stubborn as her father.
She's doing this for you, Mother. She think that book is the only thing that you care about.
That book was a gift from my husband.
It wasn't just your husband. You know that, right? He was my dad,
Yes,
too.
of course I know that.
You know, it turns out that I lost my home and my father the same summer you sent me away to Thatcher. That registered to you at all? Hell, by the time I got back, you'd already changed my bedroom into a guest room.
You signed the wall, didn't you? You were always welcome.
As long as the timing was convenient, isn't that right?
Well, your daughter's been here for weeks. While you've been out on the river with your precious fish. Maybe this time you could show up.
Where the hell were you that summer, Mom? Where were you? I'll tell you where you were. You were in London with your nose buried in some rare book. That's where you were. You think Ella feels welcome here? Do you? She doesn't even know you.
But whose fault is that?
It's everyone's fault. It's everyone's.
Do you think Amy's going to die?
I don't know.
I saw that little nosegay of fishhooks you left on Edmund's grave.
I figured they last longer than flowers, you know.
So you did visit on the 1st?
Of course I did, Mother. I marked the date as well.
Before we said goodbye, my mom told me that she might die in LA. And if she did, I should think of her as like going back to the stars. She said that's all we're ever made of anyway, and that it's all the same stuff. Light and energy and matter. She said if she died, I wasn't supposed to feel too terrible. I should look up at the stars and imagine her up there somehow, with them floating around the galaxy. You can see the stars really well tonight. There's Orion. Orion's a hunter. And the 2 stars at the end of the Big Dipper point the way to Polaris. He said I should find Polaris. Who? Jackson. If these cottonwoods are the Big Dipper, and the Big Dipper points to the North Star, then the North Star is the tool shed. The tool shed. Come on, get up.
like a book of magic.
Grandmother! Grandmother, I found it! GM! Grandmother, we found the book! It was my dad. He took Kepler's dream. He was working with Abercrombie. Abercrombie was going to sell it, but my dad actually took it.
He was working with Abercrombie. I'm sure he has an explanation.
Don't even bother, Mono.
I think you should leave.
You bet.
How could anyone do that? You don't come back the whole time I'm here, and then you suddenly sneak back to steal that book? What kind of a dad does that? Maybe someone who never even wanted to be a dad in the first place.
Stop it! I always wanted to be your dad. I'm sorry about this, all right? It's my fault. Sorry.
I saw you the other night running away, you know. And I didn't tell anybody, even when they suspected me.
Give me the jacket, please.
It's not in there. Your dad had 174,000 reasons to do it. It's about the hospital bill for Amy. I always had faith in you, Hermano.
Give me that, honey, please.
You did this for my mom? Where did you get this? Did you go see her?
Yeah, honey. I went and saw your mom.
Can we go see her now, together?
Soon, honey.
Thank you for letting my dad stay GM.
Oh, Ella. Life is complicated, isn't it? You think you know people, and then they surprise you.
I wanted to tell you something. Right before I found the book, I asked Edmund for help. The stars helped me find it. His cottonwoods, too. He was talking to me. Dear Mom, I know you're staying a little longer in the hospital to get stronger. I like the sound of that. I'm okay here now. This is turning out to be a better summer than I expected.
She fell on her rump. I'm sorry, I wanted to laugh.
Rosie's mom and dad are back together again at the Circle C. They cooked a delicious meal to celebrate the blue moon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just in time, Miss V.
Don't want to miss the Blue Moon Festival dinner, that's for sure.
No, ma'am.
I'm hungry.
A toast. To family.
To family.
La familia.
The GM showed up and ate with us, even though there was salsa on the table and no pate at all. Dad's been staying on at the house. A few more stories have come out, but not so many ghosts. I miss you. I love you. Ella.
You know, I'm loaded with gear in case the fish are biting on the way back.
Dad?
Lou! Come on, Lou! Come on! Come on! Here we go.
This time, I promise I'll stay awake.
You bet. Sorry we're late.
Oh my gosh. Oh. LRB, look at you. You've grown up so much. Horseback rider, peacock lover, detective. Oh, well, I've just been flat on my back doing nothing.
It's not nothing, Mom. You've been on a mission.
We both have been. It shouldn't have come to this for you to meet your grandmother.
She wants me to travel with her to Peru.
You should do that.
I have a joke.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Two.
To who?
To whom?
Listen, I'm sorry. I thought I had a way to cover this, but I think I'm going to need to speak to one of your advisors about a payment plan. Between the two of these cards, I think I can do up to 18. And I've already been approved for a pretty high limit card, which will...
Her last name's the same?
Well, we... Mackenzie, yeah.
Amy?
Yeah.
Okay. There appears to be a zero balance on this account.
What do you mean?
Looks like all the bills have been taken care of. Looks like Mrs. Stern
Savannah Stern.
took care of all Miss Mackenzie's bills in full.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're ready.
Okay. Let's do this.
Almost forgot. Violet had asked me to give that to you.
Ella.
Dear Ella, the contents of this package may surprise you. Your father and I stayed up talking rather late one night before you left.
I told Walter that I had a gift for him, as I thought it was important he have a meaningful keepsake of his father.
He told me that it was better for this gift to go to you and your mother. He moves around too much, and he knows you'll take good care of it. Jan.
Let's go home. Brakes?
Brakes.
There you go. Dear Jan, thank you. I did find my mom again. She was right there where she was supposed to be, just like Polaris.
You want to give your mom a hand? I'll grab the bags. Look at my pepper tree. Hey! It's done. Come here.
If we were in a movie, this would be where the music would swell, the mom and dad might exchange looks, and you would realize that parents might get back together after all, after making it through a tough time. My life isn't a movie. But that's okay though, because it does have a happy ending. The happy ending is that Mom got better, and Dad got a lot easier to reach. Mom takes very good care of the somnium. She agrees with something you once said, that an object so treasured shouldn't be locked away where it can't be enjoyed. She wants it on hand to remind her of everything that happened that summer to all of us. I miss you. I love you. Ella.
How long would it take me to fly to the stars? If nothing's impossible, nowhere's too far. I will wake up one morning and open my eyes. There beside me you'll be strapped in, ready to fly. How bright is the moon when the sun's not around? They both need each other to light up the ground. Every question needs answered, and that's why we're here. So enjoy every day, every month, every year. Soar, shoot through the clear night sky, past my window, waving goodbye. In this perfect and beautiful world, we can fly anywhere like a bird. And for some it would seem they're the ones who can dream that the world is too small and the next stop's the stars. In a moment your life can be flipped upside down, and everything's harder and colorless now. But remember to laugh with the ones that you love. It'll always be you that they're first thinking of. At a time when you feel you should be all alone, the best thing to do is stay closer to home.